7 strings, spiky bits, and affordable can only mean one thing. Let's check out the brand new JS22-7 King V from Jackson. The Jackson JS series is the first step into the iconic brand's lineup with loads of different guitars for you to choose from, all at a very affordable price tag. Now, we've done a full rundown of the entire Jackson line, so if you do want to see where all those differences lie between each of the ranges, you can check out the video above my head in the description. But for today, I'm just going to be focusing on this absolute beast here, which is the JS22 King V with 7 strings. Taking the iconic spiky King V shape here, which you always look like a little bit of a dork when you're sitting with it, to be fair, but when you slap an extra 7th string on there, this thing gets into an absolute new territory. Now, there is a Randy Rhoads version in RR shape for this if you're not into that symmetrical King V shape. Didn't have it with me today, unfortunately, just because it's been so popular. But this actually marks the first JS22 version of a King V as well, because where they start is at the JS32 line. You'll know that if you check out the Jackson rundown video that we did, but that has a Floyd Rose on it and it only comes in 6 strings, so that's already one of the biggest differences with this. But let's get into those differences by checking out some of the specs. So let's just start with the body here. The extra spiky King V shape here is made out of a lightweight poplar body, and that is actually connected via bolt-on neck there to a 24 fret Allen Rand board. A staple feature on all Jackson guitars as well is the inclusion of a 12 to 16 inch compound radius on this neck. Now, for those who don't know what that means, simply put, it means that at the top of the neck here, it has a 12-inch radius, meaning it's just that little bit rounder, definitely not looking into kind of vintage Fender territory, and it's still very modern, but it essentially means that the top of the neck here is just that little bit rounder on the top than it is at the bottom. It's 16 inches, which is super flat. Essentially just meaning that you can kind of, you know, feel pretty comfortable riffing and chording up here, but then it's nice and speedy and flat when you need to get up to the top end of the neck. Being a 7-string guitar as well, the scale length of the instrument is slightly changed also, whereas a traditional Jackson kind of, you know, Fender style guitar, you'd be looking at a scale length from the nut to the bridge there at 25.5 inches. What the King V JS22 7-string is opting for is a 26.5 inch radius, so you're getting an extra inch on the neck there, essentially meaning that that extra lower string there it's not going to sound too flubby. It's not going to be like a total skipping rope as well. With this guitar, it has opted for the Monarch style headstock as well, with 3 on one side and 4 on the other. And it's worth actually pointing out that if you are standing up with this guitar, because the body is a little bit more lightweight and the headstock's just that little bit bigger as well, there's a little bit of dive with it too, but I'm sure you're probably going to be riffing on this thing quite consistently.
It's good arm workout.
Ah yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to be absolutely jacked by the end of this. If we move back to the body and see how many fingerprints I can get on this nice matte finish here, looking at the electronics and hardware, we've got 2 high output Jackson pickups here in the bridge and the neck with a 3-way selector. Now, not to say what you can and can't play on this guitar, but I'm sure if you're buying a 7-string Flying V, you're probably going to be playing some sort of distorted riffs here, but here's how the pickups sound with just a clean signal going through the Soldano Astro 20. And another point that I just want to end on, actually master tone, master volume there, just for those who want to know, but the point that I do want to end on is, as I mentioned just right at the start of the video, the change for a hardtail bridge with this guitar. With a lot of Jackson guitars, they come equipped with Lloyd Rose locking trims, which are super fun for dive bombs and anything you want to do with that. But certainly with a guitar like this, it's quite cool to see just a straight up hardtail on it. Not only because it's a lot easier for maybe somebody just getting into 7 strings or kind of more metally guitars, but it also means with this that if you do want to go down to drop A or change the tuning of your guitar at all, you're not going to do a complete reset because of your Floyd Rose bridge, so thumbs up for that. So that about covers it for the hardware of this guitar. You know, the main thing with it, I feel, is certainly just how cool it looks and how many kind of chunky riffs you can do on it. So let's do some of those chunky riffs. Today, all the sounds you're going to be hearing are straight from our Soldano Astro 20. That's just running right into our interface with the inbuilt IRs on that. I've got a tube screamer just running into the front of it to get that kind of classic tight metal tone. Then I might throw in some delays if I'm doing any leads on this guitar. If you want a little bit more information about this guitar, the link is in the description, which will take you right to our website too. But let's get on with the chugs. So safe to say, I think the JS22-7 King V can handle any riffs that you throw at it. As I've alluded to in this video, I do feel that this is a great kind of jumping in point for somebody who not only wants like a super metally looking guitar, but also their first sort of jump into extended range. Having that extra string there can be a bit intimidating to start off with, so if you do have a slightly more affordable guitar, that again, you can be a jumping off point and you can upgrade this if you do want to. It's a great option for people, especially if they are looking to get into this style of guitar. But let me know what you think. Do you like this extra string on this guitar? And let me know what you think about extended ranges down in the comment section below. And while you're there, give us a like and give us a subscribe. We recently just beat 50k subscribers on the page, and that was awesome. So let's get to 60k next. But until that time, I've been Keiran, and this has been the brand new Jackson JS22 King V 7 string. Have a great day.